Live from Studio 5 in New York City, this is the News at 6.
It is Friday night. I'm Ernie Anastos. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Nice to have you here. Okay, a very interesting subject for you this evening. We know that people come in all shapes and sizes, and what makes us unique should be celebrated. But advertising and social media can sometimes make us feel a little insecure about our physical appearance. And as Linda Schmidt tells us tonight, it seems that some guys, more than women, are worrying about how they look.
We see it everywhere in advertising, the perfect youthful body that women have struggled to achieve for decades. Well, now experts say this pressure is being felt by men.
There seems to be a lot of competition out there in every field. And people want to feel confident. They want to, go out and be at the top of their game. They want to look as good as they can look.
Paul Darren is a hairstylist, colorist, and an actor. He's 48 years old. About 3 years ago, he started getting fillers to get rid of wrinkles.
I think it's catching on. I think people are beginning to talk about it. I think guys are sharing it wherever, in the locker room or, on the job, and they realize, or maybe their wives or girlfriends have something done. They go with them into an office and they say, hey, I could do that.
I had 2 big bumps on each side of the nose. The bridge was flat.
Eldrick Ebel has had work done by the same plastic surgeon who has treated Paul. Eldrick had rhinoplasty surgery after breaking his nose.
When I looked in the mirror, I wasn't pleased with my appearance, so I decided to have it corrected.
Eldrick's doctor, Andrew Kleinman, has been a plastic surgeon for more than 25 years. He says the number of men seeking plastic surgery, Botox, and other cosmetic procedures is on the rise.
It used to be less than 10% of my practice. Now it's closer to 20% of my practice. We're seeing ourselves in pictures much more often on the internet. We're seeing it on social media. And people, when they see themselves on the computer screen, they say, wait a second, I don't like the way that looks. And then they come in the following week for it.
Psychologist Dr. Jenny Tates says social media is one of the reasons why her practice is growing. Men are feeling the pressure to have six-pack abs and a great hairline. As a result, more and more men have poor body images of themselves, something our society has traditionally associated with just women.
And with men, it's particularly complicated because women maybe are more comfortable sort of identifying that they have a body image issue, and men often feel like it's a male virtue to be confident, and the shame around feeling bad about the way they look adds another layer of sort of feeling frustrated and ashamed.
Social media to blame, as we see here, for a lot of this.
Yeah, absolutely, Ernie.
Yeah.
As you just heard the psychologist say, what she says is this: look, we're on social media dozens of times a day. We're looking at ourselves in pictures over and over again.
Constantly, yeah.
So you can't help but start to pick out the flaws and get nitpicky about, the things that you want to change about yourself. Plus, then you start to compare yourself to all of your friends and other people.
That can be a problem.
And then, that leads to a big problem. And what she's predicting is that it could lead to more depression and more people seeking out the help of therapists and psychologists.
Yeah, Linda, thanks a lot. We're going to talk about this more now, okay? Because we have 2 experts joining me right now. Amber Milt is a lifestyle expert. Nice to see you, Amber.
Great to
Dr.
see you.
Woody, Mike Woodward, you're so good to come back and join us again. This is an interesting subject. As professionals, right? Let's start it off. Is it really the social media, this image, to blame?
Listen, as Linda said, you can't turn anywhere these days without somebody with a camera in your face. So I definitely think that is, helping to spur this. Plus, then there's apps like Tinder, where you're going on dating, and it's just about your physical appearance before you get to any of, the stuff that really matters.
All about how you look. So. Dr. Woody, okay, so what's wrong? We just want to look better. Men, women?
Well, welcome to the age of the viral selfie. I mean, that's the thing, is we're out there constantly, and we no longer take our cues from mainstream media as much as we do social media. And guess what? The face-to-face like this is no longer the first impression. It's that picture or portfolio of pictures on your profile. So I think guys are kind of getting into the act and now thinking, I have to look good, but we may be taking it too far.
And first impressions, let's face it, are really important, particularly if we're talking about the business world, right? It could make or break you sometimes.
Absolutely. You've heard a lot of Wall Streeters started the trend of men going down and getting a little bit of Botox. But I think it's no surprise. Listen, everybody wants to look good, men, women. So I think that there's, definitely in business, you want to make sure that you're putting your best face forward.
Yes, you do.
And a lot of times that's your face.
And that's right.
It starts with your face.
It's all about your face. But wait a minute, there's something else out there too, and that is the fact that a lot of men are putting their looks ahead of their health.
And that's an issue because health should drive image, not the other way around. And that same study also found, it was by Today and AOL, that 63% of guys are always worried about their weight. So guys are increasingly getting more concerned, but the thing is, what do we do about it that's a healthy way, not an image way? We got to stop comparing ourselves externally and start thinking about ourselves internally.
And obesity is a big problem in this country, as we know. We have to deal with that. Amber, how do we put this forward? How do we decide, okay, let's change the agenda a little bit and think about our health as the driving force instead of the appearance being, you know, the thing that you want to concern yourself with?
I think you need to really start with yourself.
Right.
So you've got to make, as Dr. Woody said, these healthy choices in your everyday life. You know, eating a box of cookies is not going to do anything good. And then try to change the conversation. I think so many times we blame the media for all of this attention, but really it starts with you. So one thing you can do is stop saying, I'm so fat. That's become part of the vernacular. And start to change. Focus on the positive things about yourself.
Exactly.
And try to accentuate those instead of focusing on, you know, the things that maybe you don't like as much about yourself.
And you push personal well-being. That's an important thing. That's the subject.
Absolutely. And as Amber kind of said it, you got to think internally about yourself, and there's devices out there like Fitbit that help give you information from you, as opposed to looking at images out there. You're thinking about what your body's telling you and take cues from that. And also in corporate America, they're now pushing really the gamification of health, where people compete, socialize, and work together on health metrics, not image metrics. All
right, Dr. Woody, Amber Milt, we thank you for being here, shedding a lot of good information on the subject. Come back and visit sometime?
Absolutely.
Looking good. Okay, thank you.